Welcome back, you beautiful people, to episode 2 of Rise of the Machines. And in classic Igor style and in Rimworld style, first thing that happens, we have a solar flare. Which, well, actually turned out it wasn't a massive issue. Just got a raid from the Alliance. Turns out not super good, but GUI went down and dropped us this. A good quality sheep wool flak jacket. Now, that's not going to be amazing by any means, but still something to sell. Now, if we can take Oliver down, that would be awesome. Maybe if we sent James over, that might have worked. But alas, not to be. We're in Riot Kit. Now, Riot Kit isn't amazing, but it is decent enough. But they did have a good quality chain shotgun, which would have been awesome for us. But details, that didn't happen. Now, what I'm thinking for this episode is, obviously we've got a whole bunch of work we need to do and research. But strip that down whilst we're at it. Research-wise, what do we need? I mean, going towards power armor is not going to be a bad idea. We did put some overworld coolers in, just so that we can keep this stuff cold, because we keep losing the human meat. Now, we're butchering down a whole bunch of humies, and obviously, if we could butcher them down, then we get the leather and we get the meat, and we can sell both of those, because we need an income, because, well, we aren't making a massive amount of money. Got an extra turret going in here, which I'm starting to think might actually be a terrible idea. But details, one of those. Need a more reliable power supply. Now, wind turbines. Where we are now is not a bad shout. It's not, but we need something more. Now, if I'm not mistaken, did we actually research it? Ah, geothermal. Cool. Well, with geothermal, we don't need to worry about wind. We got 1, 2 there, then I think we got another 2 up the top. So that's 4 geothermal power plants that we could get. Obviously, that is particularly nice. And now the question is, do we expand the colony now or do we wait? Because we have a wanderer who's willing to join named Ryan. So Ryan should be a robot. Having an extra robot would be pretty nice, but if it's a T1, then the raids are going to scale against that, and obviously still only T1. Now the raids will scale, so James, right, he is a T5, he might be a T4. Let's have a little gander quick. Yeah, the most advanced form of android. So I'm going to go with he's a T4. I might be wrong. Chances are I probably am wrong, but details. If we got another one of those, fine. It will still scale the same way as if we got a level 1 android. And level 1 androids suck. Like I said, not strong enough to pick the kit up. Let's do it. T1 Ryan. Okay, can you do anything for us? Construction, melee, and animals. No. We're going to go banish him. He is not going to be worth the raid scaling against us. We want to keep an eye out a minimum of a T2. T2s are decent enough. Obviously, we'd like T3s, T4s. No, he's a T4 then. And then the T5s you can only get from like quests and stuff. But details, let's get on with the episode. With the Eagles arriving, one of them has brought something that might be problematic for us. They have an anti-mech rifle, which shoots 14.5 by 114mm rounds, which are like big old turret rounds. Now, don't get me wrong, they only shoot 1 round at a time, but that would just shoot through the torso of one of our old androids, and we're not exactly in kit. The rest of them, though, obviously don't have as good a kit. They just got handguns. But Rivers is going to be problematic. Now, you've got no skills in just about anything, but does have a big boy rifle. Yeah, I can't say I'm completely stoked about that. Also turns out that Oscar can do research as well. So clearing this area out so we can put another research lab in. So when things aren't being built, well, you know, more researching means more tech. Now what we are working towards is we're getting Minecraft put in so that we can actually start mining some resources. And then we're also going to go into reinforced walls. Off the back of getting the Minecraft and getting the mining, we can get the high-tech research bench and the comms console. With those, we can start actually just smashing through like the mid-game. Mid-game won't have to last for long at all, thankfully. And then we can get into the end game, I reckon probably by episode 6. And, well, in this playthrough, it is going to be about how quick we can get through this. Because this is a war of attrition, and that is not something we're going to be able to hold off on. Unless we make like the most insane kill zone that goes on for ages and goes through and is really good against centipedes. Because, well, as soon as it starts breaking, we are not going to be able to repair it quick enough before the other lots get in. Unless we have like a bunch of level 4s all upgraded, then maybe we'd have a chance. But yeah, still not liking the odds on that. So I think we'll get to like really high tech, really quick with some really good equipment so that we can start defending against things. Eagles are coming in. They're going to be a little ways away. And I think in that time, it's just snap transition. Back we are. And yeah, River's being the most dangerous straight out the game. That's fine. The other two are pretty close together, so they should come in and hopefully both die at the same time, which again for us is super good. Can't do anything with the bio-coded anti-mech rifle because it's bio-coded, and we can always go and chase Owen down because, well, an extra tactical vest would not be a bad thing because that we can go and bang onto old Jamesy, so then he can carry more ammo. But this is not a bad start for us. We are doing particularly well, and the raids aren't scaling too crazy, is how I describe it. This might be our actual proper first challenge. So a Giga Locust. I'm not even 100% sure we've got anything that can shoot through it. And that thing is rapid. Okay, can shoot through it. Not too worried then. A Mega Spider. If a Giga Locust can't get anywhere, that's not going to be a massive problem. And what we got? One Mega Scarab. Terrifying stuff, you see, the old Mega Scarabs. To be fair, I actually lost a series to a Mega Scarab once. But details. Could not hit it to save the colonists live, and then they died. Ah, fun times. Exciting. We've got our first drop coming in. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky chappy. If we could knock Marvin out. Now he is remote controlled. Trying to think. Actually, yeah, no, he's dead anyway. Okay, so basically, he's remote controlled, which means that we can't actually capture him and recruit him as such. You need to do a little bit of tinkering, you see. But I was just thinking, would it be worth it? But he's dead, so it doesn't really matter. But I guess kind of, yes, that would have definitely been worth it. That would have been like another James, which would have been actually sweet. Now, anyone want to name ye old androids? Feel free, just comment down below as per usual. And I don't think James is a particularly good name for the android that's going to take over the world. So like HAL 9000, Skynet, or Vicky, okay? Now Vicky's not a particularly scary name, but yeah, you get the idea. James just doesn't quite have the same ye old ring to it. And actually, all being said, now we've got this set up. Actually, no, tell you what, change of plan. We are going to go and call a bulks good trader. With a bulks good trader, we're going to be able to sell off pretty much everything that we don't need. Combat supplier, obviously, we call in. We get maybe some like low-end power armor. Something's going to be better than nothing. I mean, we're literally wearing like cloth armor. Life expectancy whilst wearing that sort of stuff, not particularly high, you see. So something a little bit more impressive would be great. So, bulks good trader, which was the last of the silver, so we've got to make some money off this. We got insect meat, we got human meat, raw insect jelly. Components are ours. Light leather, human leather, medicine can all go. Wake up, go juice. Chitin can go across. We'll keep the uranium because we'll probably need that later. As for the rounds of the ammo, we'll keep the 50. We'll get rid of basically everything else because all we need is 5.56. Don't need the 7.62. Shotgun shells. Keep the wood, we'll need that. And then all of the clothes. Now, anything that we can make over the 500, obviously we turn into profit. And yeah, just throwing it out there. Oh, actually, with all of these, maybe we have enough for something. No, 1,744 is not going to be enough to really buy power armor. Shame. Now, question is, do we really need the wood? don't really think we need that much wood. We'll sell that. We can always chop down cactuses. We're pretty much past the wood stage. Steel's never worth selling, nor components. Well, I kind of think we just got to stick with it and carry on killing things. And they don't want any of the weapons. That being said, maybe we can sell the weapons off to a combat supplier. Will we get much money from it? Probably not. Would it be worth it? Well, yeah, it's going to lower our wealth. But we're going to want some more things to sell before we do that. Because yet again, that's another 500 silver. And we do not have much of that. Okay, 2 for 2 on the mechanical march, landing straight on top of us. And I take it that's like another level 4. What are you going to be, buddy? Whenever you're ready, come on. Level 2. But it isn't mind controlled, so if we can knock it out, we can keep it. I'm not quite sure what I was expecting, really. 3 robots running 40556 into an unarmed robot. Worst case scenario, though, disassembled dead android, which gives us like components and steel and plasteel, if I'm not mistaken. So all good things there. Now, we did manage to get researched granite reinforced embrasures, which just so happened to be just about one of my favourite things in the game. And we've also done the research for autocannon turrets. Autocannon turrets in a kill zone this big, overkill. Absolute overkill. But say a centipede rolls into this, it doesn't matter how small the kill zone is, the centipede's still coming through. We need something to take those bad boys down. And right now, this autocannon is just about the only thing that will be able to do it. As for the cost of the rounds, 20 by 110s are silly expensive. So every time basically a bullet leaves that barrel, that's 1 steel. Okay, we'll make 200 just for the sake of if something big comes up, we can take it down. But we're not going to build much more than that. It's just going to be an absolute failsafe. These guys that we can just literally put them to hold fire, so that won't be a problem. And I think probably kicking out a smelt is not going to be a bad idea. How are we looking on the old power front? We've got a surplus of 1,266. Can we put another one here? Yes. So more power for us. Okay. This is good. This is really good. Now we are going to have to start walling these off, getting them fortified in case a drop comes in here. They can't get taken out. Start looking to get rid of these. I think we should be pretty good. Oh, and we also have the mine going, which is trickling in resources. So hopefully we stand some sort of a chance. Just throwing that out there. Some sort of a chance. So just taking down that T2 android, that was 3 components and 20 plasteel. Now you can imagine when, say, 100 of them come and attack your base, you get a lot of resources from it. So we're not even going to be mad about the androids attacking us. That's going to be good. That's going to get us a lot of stuff. Well, just throwing this out, this is a bit of a spike in power on their part. So we have a charge rifle. Now, obviously, if we can take that. 6 by 24. One of the best ammos in the game by far. So that's going to be amazing. And he also has a protectorate helmet. Poor quality, but still going to be better than anything we got. 10.5mm RHA. And blunt is 24 MPA. Yeah, only way we're taking him down is by shooting him, well, in the chest, getting through his chitin armor. That's not going to be an issue. Cloth duster we can shoot through. Flak pants aren't going to be a thing. Now he does also have power boots. Well, power armor boots, which, yet again, nothing to sneeze at. Trooper armor underneath all of that. Okay, that's a thing. Security helmet. We've seen they're decent, but they're not amazing. 12mm. That gives 14. And what do your gloves give you? 18. What have you got, buddy? You got a stick and a shield belt. Okay, I'm just running out there. Super glad we got these in. These are just going to be able to punch through that armor. 20mm RAH penetration. Now the 5.56 on the other side, yeah, won't go through their armor. So we've got to shoot them, hopefully in the bit where they don't have armor on. So yeah, this fight is going to come down to these guys actually getting some clutch shots. Now they are on aim shot, which is good. All these little turrets are going to suppress the people, so they're just going to run and try to hide into cover. They hide into cover here, those can shoot them, they try to hide there, that can shoot them, this can shoot them. They come down, say, along here, that can shoot them. We found a weak point, gotta get rid of this. And on their attack order, we've got Super Lucky as well. So Velma's at the back, who is the person that we're least interested in taking down. Manny's right at the front, that's fine, followed by Gina. Now Manny's obviously the guy that has the nice power armors, which I think James will do quite well with. Then into Gina, who has the protectorate helmet, and then, well, the other one we really don't care about. Chasing a shield belt? Yeah, no, thank you. Okay, everyone get into your defensive positions. Really should have that set up, so I just need to press a button. Got details. Right, we have found a slight issue. Gonna need to bring this tool across there and then down and then wall this in so they can't stay there. Now they're not really going to take the turret in there, but still annoying enough. Cool, they're in. Okay, dead, that's fine. Probably lost the helmet maybe. Okay, go hunt down Gina. We're going to need to send everyone else out on that attack. Normally I wouldn't want to, just because they have a charge rifle. Whoosh, got lucky on this. Okay. Strip. Okay, that's some nice stuff there. Not even mad. And James, you go over here, buddy. And we'll give you first dibs. So we lost the helmet, that's fine. But you can force wear the trooper armor. That means it's going to be able to carry more. And does the trooper armor give you the speed bonus? Yeah, slight speed bonus, bulk capacity, and carry weight. It looks like everything has aligned once again. So we've got a combat supply coming, and they have a defender power armor set. Now this will give us a shield as well. Turns out we don't quite have enough for that. Okay, we need to find another 500 silver somewhere. Just give me a moment. Maybe not the best long-term plan that we've had, but we're going to sell off 6 advanced components. Obviously not ideal, because they're very useful, and also the medicine. Now medicine we don't need. This leaves us with 200-ish silver, but we'll have some power armor. I think that will be worth it. That power armor is going to be huge. It's going to keep our guys alive. We'll put it all onto James. Now it doesn't really matter if ye old Bruce or Oscar die, but if James dies, well, that's kind of the series over. So a little bit of investment this time around. I think it's going to be worth it. So you put that on, and maybe we steal Oscar's hat. What are you wearing that's so interesting for you? Simple steel helmet. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, so the good thing about Defender power armor is you get a shield. And shields in combat extended are amazing. Actually insanely good. Because it goes off against the damage of the projectile. So say if you get hit by a massive round that doesn't do much damage but has insane armor penetration, this thing can tank them. So all that sort of things we are more than happy with. Someone else would have picked up the trooper armor, and we are starting to get fairly well equipped. Things that we need to look into now is actual guns. Now we do have precision rifling done, which means that we can start making some sniper rifles. As for what we are actually going to make, so we've got anti-material rifles, that is a possibility. So we could equip everyone with an anti-material rifle, so they can take down their big heavy things, and then that would mean that the smaller turrets can just focus on the squishy targets, because that's going to make it easier to micro. That is something that we definitely could do, so that's an option there, something to think about. Morty Analyzer research is done, but obviously we need 50 plasteel and 20 gold, so that's holding that back, and a bunch of components. However, as we pointed out in the other episode, we do have a plasteel vein over here. which should give us enough to get the multi-analyzer. With the multi-analyzer, I think we just go straight into fabrication, and then we go into some like tasty research android tech, and then also into the mechanoid tech. Even though we haven't been attacked by a mechanoid yet, slightly disappointing. It means we can get like a centipede, and centipedes are dangerous in combat extended, very dangerous. But it also means that we could like just mount another gun on the back of it as well, so we could have like 2 guns. And I think a centipede with 2 heavy charge blasters. That is terrifying. So you park it up like a mobile turret. So come say along here, or in there, or wherever. You basically just have like empty garages. They can go in, they can shoot, and then when things start like falling apart, you just move the centipede out and like relocate it to like another gun point, and then it can shoot. Then when everything starts going wrong, it can move again. And I think that may be how we do the defenses. To me, that makes sense. So you'd have obviously still have turrets, because turrets are good, but then you just put like a centipede in that can then shoot everything, and then retreat and then move. You just need to design it so it took quite a long time to get through. So say if they were here, instead of just coming straight along, because centipede would never catch up, they would have to come in, go up, say, and then back down. But in that time, the centipede would be able to move from like a defensive position here into another one here, spray everything down. Then as it comes through, it has to go back up and then just move the centipede across again. And I think that's how you do it. It's going to be quite micro heavy unless we start putting in like centipede charger ports, and then they go from one charger port to the next. Well, that's something for another episode, but I think that would be quite interesting. Also, kind of want anti-material rifles, but if we miss with an anti-material rifle, that's a bit of an issue. They take a long time to fire, so a fire rate of 4, and they only shoot 1 shot. Now they're shooting big boy rounds that are going to be devastating. And AP1s, well, I guess that's armor piercing incendiary, 28mm of armor penetration, and then blunt penetration. Yeah, if it can't get through on sharp, it can get through on blunt. So awesome bits of kit. Now that is something I'm going to think about, which then brings me to the end of the episode, so I'll think about that next time. Anyway, guys, you have been amazing. Thank you for all the nice comments. It is good to be back as well. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.